Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Habitual Line Crosser. What's going up, everybody? Oh, Knox wants to say hi. Want to say hi? Speak. All right. Everyone heard you. The neighbors heard you. You stink. No, you're not getting any more. Okay, what is up? What is up, everybody? How is it going? Knox, here you go. You get a cookie, and Rain, you get a cookie. Okay, now go lay down. Love you guys. What is up, everybody? I was not here last weekend. I'm sorry for that. I really am. I was so burned out. I was so tired, man. I got students right now, so I'm teaching. On top of teaching, the first week of class is always chaos. And then I had my wife got her new puppy. I mean, he's ours, but yeah, like it's her new puppy, which he'll be up here a little while later. We'll bring him up. And then I've also been sick, so you may hear me like coughing and clearing my throat. I've been busy. I've been very, very busy. So let's start off at the top. Dark Warrior 137. Our sense for making sense only makes sense when our sense for making sense makes sense to us. But this... Look, man, I ain't ready for that shit this early. You give me a break, dude. Hey, HLC, reduce to its simplest form. What, Robin St. Pierre? I am not mathing in public. Look, I cannot do that. Why are the first two supers like really difficult? I see a lot of Franklin Buff 24. I'm glad you guys like that. So the shirt is no longer online. It was a temporary run. I'm glad you guys really enjoyed it. We did have our new one, come out today that the kid made for Franklin. Honestly, that was probably the hardest shirt because I wanted to deliver a good Franklin to you guys. And I threw out so many ideas and different things, and Bunker was back and forth. What do you think of this? Let's try this. Let's try this. I did a lot of work on that one. So did Mrs. Line Crosser. So I'm really glad that it turned out good and you guys like it. Devin, super tired tonight. Probably won't last the whole stream. Just want to say hi. Thank you so much for being here, Devin. Honestly thought I died. Dude, I've been sick, bro. I've been sick. Franklin looked awesome. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I really am. Let me see here. Anode Games and More, thank you so much for the donation. You're the reason why I joined the Army. Hate you. The Army, I tell everyone the Army is the best bad decision I ever made in my life. It has costed me a lot. It's been rough on my body, but ultimately, I'm really happy for what it's gave me. It's given me a lot of skills and experience that I can share with all you guys, so that way you get to enjoy my missiletism too. You want to see your chat on stream? Oh, I see it there, Caleb. Weapon said he's confused about the hard hat. Well, the reason why I did that, and that was me thinking, okay, so when I was in UAE, I talked to some of the maintainers that maintained the F-22. And one of our guys bumped his head underneath the F-22 while they were walking us around. He goes, oh, we call that a raptor bite. And I was like, well, if you want to avoid a raptor bite and you're a maintainer, you'd probably wear a hard hat. So that's where the hard hat came from. So that's why Franklin has a hard hat. Miss the guys, don't miss the paperwork, bro. You ain't kidding. Quarantine due to having to take one radioactive pill for cancer. Hey, man, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Fucking keep your head up. For real. Caleb now freaking out because his comment got called out in front of the whole class. Oh, man. Listen to him act like the kid let him have any input on Frank. You know, that's fair. I don't even know who's in charge anymore. I've created these characters and they've now become sentient. Do I sound good to everybody? I've been adjusting some settings and stuff like that, making sure this new microphone sounds good. Can you have a cookie? If you were here, I would willingly give you one. I just don't have any that I can send through. Have I seen a picture of the Rhino carrying the fort? Did you see the video I posted today? I brought that up and I used that photo. Oh, I saw it. 4 AIM-174Bs, 3 AIM-120s, and 2 AIM-9s. Absolutely. My theory is to get that thing off the ground. Granted, I don't know like how much thrust or lift an F-18 produces, but my theory is to get it off the ground, they had it take off with bingo fuel and refuel in the air. I don't know how true that is. I don't know enough about the system to really make an assessment, but that's my theory. Did I see the video of the mobile artillery? Oh yeah, get stuck on the train track. Yep, that was a howitzer. Is an M109? I'm not real good with howitzer alpha designators, I guess, is what you would model numbers. So I think it was an M109. I don't know if it was an A6 or an A7 Paladin. I have no clue. What would the voice of the Boeing Starliner be? Bro, I'm having enough trouble trying to make up voices for the characters I have. In your opinion, do you think the situation in Ukraine will spiral out of control? We'll end up... So... I'll be honest with you, the situation in Ukraine is already out of control. And now Russia has circumstantially put themselves and us in a very, very bad position. They put themselves in a bad position because if they don't win, they're going to be looked at as weak. And we're in a bad position because if we let Ukraine fall, then why did they ever sign a treaty with us and get rid of their nukes? So, like, because we promised them we'd keep an eye on them. Real men have small dogs. You're about to meet my small dog. He'll be up here soon.
Accept me.
So about that Army-Navy bet, if Navy wins, you wear a McCain shirt on stream. If somehow Army wins, I'll wear an Army unit shirt of your choice and send you a photo, along with me next to the kid at the Air Force Museum.
So, like the USS John McCain shirt? Is that what you're saying? Communism is... Oh. Make a video on Audie Murphy. I saw you say that at the beginning. I was kind of getting ready, getting all situated here. Sounds good. I would say,
Buff is usually in charge.
You know, that's more missiles than the 18 can carry. Oh, he's talking about 5x5? Who, what? Sorry, I'm trying to catch up here. How's Buff?
Oh, you know, life isn't too bad when you're Grandpa Buff, but I tell you right now, I just wish Uncle Sam would let me off the hook. Radiation doesn't bother me any. My pilot, well, that might be a different story.
What was your tank number while you were in country making some models for tabletop game? I want you to have you on the table. So I will tell you, when I deployed to Afghanistan, we didn't have our tanks. They took them away 9 months prior and we walked everywhere in Afghanistan. But my tank, she was bumper number Delta 11. I was Delta Company. I had 1st Platoon, 1st Tank, which was the Lieutenant's track. And she was an M1A2 SEP V2 main battle tank. And to me and everyone else who read her gun tube, she was Divine Intervention. That was her name, and I loved her. I miss her. Know your howitzers. I'm sorry, man. I just learned like about 777s and 119ers. You should do an impression of Sean Connery for the boat. Welcome to the Rock. A McCain shirt. Hold on, I'm still catching up. They promised nuclear war. Yeah, we're in a very odd position with them, and I don't know what the outcome will be. I hope for a peaceful resolution, but I feel like in the future people are going to refer to this as we're already in the beginning of World War III. I feel like I don't know. We'll see. Wanted to ask you, is there any weapon system from pistols to vehicles that is not American made you would think the U.S. could need? Yes, absolutely. That would be the HVM, the high velocity missile from the United Kingdom. It is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. It takes our Stinger, what our Stinger does, and does it better in every way. It's a lot more expensive, but for those of you unfamiliar with the HVM, the high velocity missile, is a Stinger moves at unclassified Mach 2.2. Great missile. I would never downplay the Stinger. I love the Stinger. Great system. The British HVM, on the other hand, has, and I love that I get to put these words together, it has 3 exploding fragmentation darts in the warhead that make sure the target is absolutely destroyed. And it's referred to as high velocity because it travels at Mach 3.5 on its way to the target. I think that's the one thing that I really think we could all benefit from. Whether or not they have the capability of producing that many more, I don't know. But I think HVM's manpad would be... Because, I mean, ultimately the capability remains the same, but it's hard to take down something like a Hind or a Frogfoot, like really, really hard. Like a Stinger usually doesn't have enough oomph unless it hits it in the right spot. An HVM has enough oomph. So that's, I love it. I love it. I love it. They probably just increase steam pressure on the catapult to compensate for the weight. Can they do that? I don't know enough about, like, I know they're steam catapults, but I don't know enough about it. Video with Grandpa Buff and the letter strap on a JTM. Oh, I'm glad you like that. If Ukraine gets rid of Russia, I won't say sorry. You know, I won't either. I feel like the Cold War never really ended. It just changed who was fighting. Like, I don't know. Yeah. HLC, watching while making some of my own content. Hey, get after it, homie. Hiding from the raccoons outside my house. Try the many voices. I do live rent free. Shut up, Beavis and Butthead voices. I could try it. Not too bad, but I'm in timeout in Discord for something that wasn't meant to be political. Me personally, I don't engage in anything political. You want him to get howitzers, he can't even do missiles. Whoa, weapons. I get missiles plenty. Missile go whoosh. I know those things. The kid for SecDef. I would have to change that. Hang on. I gotta say this with a straight face. I would have to change the name of the position. I would be the Secretary of Offense. Gauntlet class subs. I don't know enough about those subs to really make an assessment. Have returned for weekly backflip you do every week since to show your audience appreciation for their love and support. Sure. Yeah, you know, I did it before you got here, Happy. That's what it was. Hi from Lake Odessa. What is up, my dude? Oh. Look at the cheek stations. Oh, yeah. The additional AMRAM. Yeah, a lot of people didn't see that third AMRAM. I had to stare at it for a while before I got the AMRAM. Good day from down under. It's my first time calling and actually watching your show live. I'm sorry, I had to say it in that accent because you said good day, and you said and you brought out the Australian flag. So, what is up, Paulo McDonald? How is everybody doing? What is my favorite European fighter? The Eurofighter Typhoon, without question, 1,000 times over. Granted, yes, I know the kid says canards are gay, but I love a good Delta Wing. I really do. And it's just it's a good all around fighter. I really like it's a sexy aircraft. It really is. Have I heard about the Meteor air to air missile? Yes, I've heard about the Meteor missile. Is it cool? Yes. Is it? So when they asked the question, you know, like anything you think that we might need, I looked at like in my brain kind of where a capability gap might lie. And with the AIM-174, the Meteor missile's cool as hell. Before we had the AIM-174, I'd be like, yeah, we could definitely use a Meteor missile because we lost the AIM-54 Phoenix. But with the 174, I'm not too worried. Me and Macbeth need a show together. Love hearing you guys talk. Ryan's good people, man. He's awesome. He actually just texted me yesterday. I texted him back. I'm so damn busy. Hold on. Oh, there was a lot that happened. Where's Rain's bed? My new puppy peed in it, and I washed it, and it was drying, and I just haven't gone and grabbed it. VP nominee Franklin, what's your opinion on the November 2022 kidnapping of the Curson? What? I don't know how to answer that question. I really don't. Like, I am drawing a blank right now and making jokes about that. I don't know why. I'm so sorry, Lore Breaker. Here we go. Franklin says there will be blood. And then let me see if I can get the sound. See if you guys can hear the sound. Yeah, he also said that the streets will run red with it. That's the best I can give to you, man. I've heard we've had hypersonic since the 60s. I've heard we haven't designed one yet. I'm not sure what the comments to China means anymore. So, okay. Do we have an object that goes hypersonic? Yes, absolutely. Every country that has a space program has an object that goes hypersonic. And I think that's where Russia screwed up, is they thought that if it went hypersonic, anywhere in its flight path, it was designed, or it was a hypersonic missile. But it's not, because drag and friction play a huge factor on any kind of object re-entering the atmosphere. What we don't have until the Mako comes online is a terminal hypersonic, a missile that is hypersonic in its terminal phase. We have several programs in the works, but yeah. You printed Buff Franklin and the kids showed off Buff in the Discord. Ooh, I may have to go check it out, man. I've been so busy last 2 weeks. There is an HLC Discord. Christina Stearman. Oh my God, it's you. Oh my God, it's me. I'm sorry. That was mean. Thank you so much. Caught alive. Enjoy your content so much. Thank you very much, Christina. I really, really appreciate it. Sekoff. I like it. Do you think that Franklin F-22 have tried to cook bacon using thrusters? I can almost guarantee that. Like, I would be very confident. Someone still go give Grandpa Buff HLC's coordinates.
I don't need coordinates. I'm always here.
You know, Sekoff does sound... Yeah, we're going to leave that alone. My opinion about the JASM going to Ukraine. Is it going to be a game changer? No. Just like everything is not going to be... Like, Patriot wasn't even really a game changer. Okay. It was kind of a game changer because they were able to put up at least a limited defense in some of the more priority assets. But any munition is better than no munition. So, like, that's kind of the way that I look at it. Even with the F-16s. Did the F-16 just magically win them the war overnight? No, absolutely not. But any jet is better than no jet. So, Franklin needs a Raptor bite. Also doing a collab with Villain support. Who's Villain? I'm sorry, Robin. I don't know who that is. I'm so sorry. Will the kid ever have a kid? I'm pretty sure he will sooner or later.
You see, when two bombers love each other, two planes love each other very much.
No, Buff! I just wanted you guys to hear it from a distance. I'm trying to play some audio work in here. Hold on. What about the Gripen? Don't know enough about the Gripen. I mean, initial look, it's not bad. I just like the Eurofighter. Them twin tiny little engines on the back. I say tiny, they're fucking huge. The Delta Wing design, it's sexy. It is a sexy aircraft. How am I doing, and when will my PO box be back open? I don't know. Well, okay. Answer the first question. I'm doing okay. Between trying to keep up on social media, which I got a whole bunch of other stuff coming for you guys, I might... I'll say this in here. I may have successfully figured out how to make my plane and country videos long form. May. And in the right aspect ratio. That's coming, hopefully. PO box, I don't know. I'm still trying to get clearance from the tower on that one. I'll praise HLC. Don't praise me, dude. I'm a dork. I don't know if you know that. No, it's okay. Look at them. They're sharing a bed, and he's just staring at me because I know what he wants. Make Ryan a character, an Angry Reaper. Is today trash day? I need to do another trash day. People have been asking. I didn't know you guys love the trash day stuff so much. I didn't know you guys. Sorry, I was reading something. I didn't know you guys love the trash day so much. And then people were like, "Hey, is it trash day this week? I need to know." And I was like, "Oh my god, I got to stay up on those." That's yeah. Sorry. I don't know what I just did. There we go. There we go. My thing was not scrolling anymore. I am actually online. Hey man, I'm sorry. I'm trying Nat Fog. I'm sold Buff Franklin 2024. This is the thing. I'm not saying you guys should. I want you to vote. Okay, that's like where my stance is. I will never, like, former President Trump could call me tomorrow, or Vice President Harris could call me tomorrow and be like, "I love your stuff. You're amazing." I will never in a million years publicly represent any politician. Just won't do it, right? Because I want you to vote. I don't care who you vote for. I want you to exercise that right as an American. But I've had a lot of people say that they're voting for Buff and Franklin. And as horrid as it is, a little part of me wants enough of it to happen that like the news gets their hands on it. Like, who in the hell is Buff Franklin? And just to see, like, there's a little part of me. I'm sorry. You said Typhoon isn't best, gripe and supremacy. I teach their own. I'm a big fan of your videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Venator. I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm also a little dyslexic. We definitely need to put the kid back into production. What do I think about the USA leaving Iraq soon? I don't know if it'll happen. So, like, this is the thing. There's a lot of that, like, roaming around Twitter saying that, like, hey, the US is leaving and they're not, Iraq is kicking them out and blah, 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 blah. And I don't know how true it is, because last I heard, and this is to people who were over there, like, Iraq is begging us to stay there because we helped them out with, like, ISIS and shit. Franklin avoid Springfield, or is it a challenge?
I tell you right now, I've seen him real angry at a lot of different things. Why do you think on his shirt design he has the chicken nuggets? You feel froggy, you just jump.
Sorry, I couldn't pass the opportunity. Were you serious on unsubscribe when you said the Department of Education had a tactical team? So I didn't say that. Wait, did I? I think Nick said the Department of Education had a tactical team. I said the post office does, and it absolutely does. Can we agree they're both good looking and better than Russian fighters? Facts. Facts. I really like, okay, a Su-35 is not a bad looking aircraft. It's really not a bad looking aircraft. Like, got to give credit where credit's due. It's definitely better than the J-20. I think the J-20 is ugly as shit. The Su-57, it's a Delta Wing stealth Tomcat that they tried to make. It's the weirdest, like, I mean, I love the Tomcat, not as a Delta Wing. And I've seen like mock-ups of a fake, like a simulated, stealth Tomcat, which would have been cool, but they kind of screwed it all up. It's just huge. Heard someone else was from Lake Odessa. You're from Lake Odessa, Michigan. Oh. I'm going to try and be getting back up there to Michigan to do some stuff with the unsub guys, maybe. We'll see if it ever happens. I'm trying to get some stuff. About teaching sex ed. Ever heard of Kevin McAllister? Why do I know that name? Why do I know that name? Hold on. It's going to drive me nuts. I got to go to Google. Oh, talking about Macaulay Culkin? I was like, why do I know that name? It's going to drive me nuts. More Franklin t-shirts. I want him with night vision. Franklin can dress in all sorts of different ways. He's really a interesting guy. Whoa, hey, just Wolfram, y'all be chill. Y'all be chill. I saw 3 AMRAAMs. I could be wrong. I don't know everything about everything, man. Bolton Bond, thank you so much. Good evening. What'd you miss? Well, let me see. Nothing big. I gave away a bunch of money to charity. I mean, I have done that before, but I did 3 backflips. I showcased my new spacesuit for when I go do the next spacewalk on SpaceX. I showed off my Olympic medals, and Knox was speaking like human talk. So nothing real big. You didn't miss nothing. Patriot Alpha, World War II parodies. It is on my list. I want to start that as its own like spin-off series, but right now, guys, between the army and just trying to scrape by and do the regular like YouTube stuff, I have no time. Now you add in a puppy, and I just got sick. I'm getting over it now, but I'm still there. What is my opinion on the Sky Warden? The Sky Warden is a cost-effective, simple to use, easy, effective design to solve a lot of close air support issues. But again, everything has its Achilles heel. The Sky Warden, cool aircraft, really, really good, great loiter time, lots of munitions. It can't work in a contested air environment. For me, today is a trash day. No, the trash day is a good day. No, trash day is a bad day. Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that. Is it? It's not Protocol 4. It's only 26 minutes. I thought Protocol 4 was in an hour, but it's okay. Hang on, watch them on the camera. He's looking as I'm touching the bag. As soon as I pick up this bag. There we go. You want to hop back up here, bud? Miss Rain. All right, Knox, you get one more. All right, Mrs. Linecrosser says, do you guys want to meet the new puppy? So just let me know. Hang on. Have we established a number range of how fast Mach fuck is? Just curious. Hope you're feeling better. Drink extra fluids, but not jet fuel. Yeah, no, I got my water right here. I'm down in as much as I can. Do you guys want to meet the new puppy? I know there's a little bit delay. Everyone, yes. All right, Mrs. Linecrosser, everyone wants to meet the new puppy. So go ahead and bring up the boy. Article 5. Article 5. It smells like Article 5. I am the best content creator. I was going to make a joke right there, but it's so humbling that I get to make so many people so happy. Like it's oh God, it's the greatest feeling ever. And I hope it's something you all get to experience to make people happy. Don't mess with Texas guys. I'll let you all get away with it for 50 years and threaten to leave. Keep your way. Wait, I wasn't sure if I heard her knock on the door. There she is. All right, you stay, puppies. Yeah. Okay. This. Oh, hang on. He got shots today, so I'm trying to be extra careful. This is Fritz. He just got shots today. He is a Chinese crested, and you may notice there's tape inside his ears because one of his ears got real floppy. And so we're just trying to make sure that they stay up and stay pointed. What's up, bud? He goes from being the nicest and cutest boy ever to a walking demon. What? I wish I could tell you to speak, but you don't know anything. Your brains are applesauce. Hi, Fritz. All right, I'm going to put you back out there with your mom, okay, bud? Good boy. All right. All right, love you, fish. A broccoli-haired dog. I like Fritz. He's good, but I mean, he's no Knox. I love my big boy Knox. All right, sorry. Okay, I'm trying to catch back up. Did you see Lindsey Graham's message saying Ukraine will hire retired FC? I did hear that. I don't... right now when it comes to Ukraine, the U.S. we're doing a very World War II standoffish thing. Like, it was a volunteer thing to go over there in any capacity, and we're doing it. Does air defense have Fox 1, 2, or 3 style missiles? I don't know the difference between the Foxes, but I will tell you, some of them are thermal guided or fucking what's it called? IR guided. Some of them, like Patriot missiles, are twist, track while search, track while scan. So they're radar guided the entire way in. THAAD, I believe, has multiple that can do different things. No, THAAD are all radar guided. Aegis has different ones that can do different things. So he needs an emo voice with his hair. Oh yeah, you guys all said Home Alone. I'm way behind. I got to get caught up. Is a veteran left in 2020 believe on war on Taiwan is on the horizon? Yes, by probably 2027, without question. I'm just being totally honest with you. Sorry, the Borderlands movie was hot trash. You're not wrong, Blue Jay. I did everything in my power. Like, I still went and supported it because I believe in the Borderlands franchise, and I went and saw it. They did some things not very good. Fox 1 is like Sparrows, beam riding all the way. Oh, okay. Got it. Now I know. Scream West Taiwan. Seems you like the AIM-174 with that recent post. Oh, yeah. No, I saw that. AIM-9s, AIM-120s, and AIM-174s, that is, they circumstantially turned the F-18 into a missile truck. Now, I know there was someone in the comment section today who was like, an F-15 can carry more. Yeah, an F-15 is a rocket with wings. It's literally the thrust to weight ratio is greater than 1. It's one of the only aircraft in our inventory that can do that. So of course it's going to be able to carry whatever the hell it wants. Oh, sorry. Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me. He is not a Zolo or whatever it's called. Yeah, he's a Chinese crested. You need a 14 series video? Hey man, I'm still working on it. Still working on some things. I need to get some out. Next dog, a Samoyed. I don't even know. No 16. Not the I word. he said it, man. Like when I said the line, I was like, oh, I should play into this. Hold on. Oh, there we go. I'm getting caught up. I'm getting caught up a little bit. Look at the Model 45A rifle, America's first bullpup. Hold on. I don't like it. I understand bullpups are like better when it comes to like accuracy and shit, but I don't like it. Dude, that makes me feel things, and not in a good way. No, that makes me uncomfortable. At a football game, we're losing, so I'm here. Well, hey, welcome. Fox 3 is just 3 times better than Fox 1. Hey, man. Fox 2 is IR, AIM-120 radar for terminal, pitbull work. Okay. Fox 1 semi-active, Fox 2 IR guided, Fox 3 AMRAM. Now I know. Well, I'm trying anyways. So are we going to get some missiletism? You guys want some missiletism? I did talk about the HVM, the high velocity missile from the United Kingdom. That's something America needs, the HVM. The Brits, every once in a while they get it right. It's your 20th birthday, Katie? Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Katie. I fucking love that. Thank you for being here. You should go get, hang on, how old are you? 20th birthday? Don't go get yourself a nice, tall, ice cold water. That's what you need to go get yourself. What is my MOS? I am a 14 Echo. I am a Patriot Fire Control Enhanced Operator Maintainer. I will tell you this. We just changed the way that we work because air defense, so every other job in the Army is shrinking. Air defense is growing. Exponentially so. We are hurting so bad for like 10 levels. 10 level is E4 and below. So people enlisting in the Army right now, coming to air defense, sometimes, and I'm not exaggerating, are getting upwards of $70,000 to enlist. I'm not talking any shit. I'm just saying like that has absolutely happened. Oh, shit. I scroll down a little bit and it just drops. One of your videos mentioned the U.S. not having any carriers in the Pacific, but Italy has a carrier group. I did. I wanted to mention that Italy deployed their carrier for like the first time ever. I just never got around to it. with German warships joining them. The band's back together. You know what? I'm going to put that on the list. I may mention it if I can. All right, there we go. China has the strongest military, hands down. Whoa, 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 Reckless Randall. Watch it with the caps lock there, buddy. I mean, you're entitled to have your opinion. It's a wrong opinion, but hey, I mean, to each their own. What are the chances he reads my comment again? Pretty high. I try and read as much as I can. What's my opinion on the new air defense Striker? Ooh, you're talking about, they actually picked a name for it. And I will tell you, we don't name things very good in air defense. Like Patriot, it's a backronym. They came up with Patriot and then somebody's like, phase the ray, track well. It's not an acronym, okay? It's just not. But they have now named the kinetic one that has missiles and a 30 mic and a 7.62 on it. They've now named it the Sergeant Stout. Now, if you don't know, Sergeant Mitchell W. Stout is the only air defender who ever received a Medal of Honor. It was during Vietnam. He was assigned to an M42 Duster, which had twin 40mm Bofors on it, each capable of firing was 120 rounds per minute of 40mm. God, I love America. Anyways, I think it was during the Tet Offensive. It was in Vietnam, but I want to say it was during the Tet Offensive. A grenade came into his bunker with him and his buddies, and he grabbed the grenade, and as he was like running out of the bunker to throw it, it went off. And it killed him. And for that, he got the Medal of Honor. So they actually named it the Sergeant Stout, which I think is gangster. How do I feel about it? I don't know. I like the kinetic one, I think has a place on the battlefield, at least in a limited capacity. The directed energy one has a very different mission on the battlefield. But they did, I believe BAE Systems got the contract to go back online with the M6 Bradley linebacker. Is it M6 or M2? No, M6. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Bradley linebacker was an air defense Bradley. When the winged hussars arrive, yes. You know what's interesting is I had not heard that song before I heard of them naming it the Hussar. The F-35, the Hussar. And so a bunch of people had mentioned that, and I was like, I'm going to go listen to this song and learn about who the Hussars are. And now I know that whole, well, at least most of the details of that story. The Siege of Vienna, the Ottoman Empire, the Winged Hussars, yeah, all that stuff. F-117 is used for training? Really? Navy CTT here. What is up, my dude, Danny? Today in the news, Slavic Special Ed made a new threat. Oh, when do they not, man? So this is the thing. You got to understand, and we're kind of under, like, getting to the meat and potatoes of it, is that Russia is, their politics are very different than ours. We de-escalate before we escalate. And if we have to get past that de-escalation portion, it's swift and excessively violent. Russia, on the other hand, they immediately escalate. And then as shit goes on, they de-escalate. So that's why the entire time, 20 years, global war on terror, not once did the United States say, we're going to nuke you if you Taliban don't chill out. We've never, oh, my headphones just died. There we go. Does the kid know you're a real wizard? The YouTube ordnance wizard? Who was the, oh yeah. I'm sorry, I try and get into the fucking character a little bit. I'm a wizard, Grandpa. Sorry. I'm the only one. Cyber enters the chat. Wait. Cyber's here? Baby Wendigo? Yeah, dude, Fritz is awesome. That Franklin design, thank you guys so much. I want you to know, I was so nervous about getting that design out. I was back and forth with Bunker, and poor John, man. I love that kid. He works his tail off for me, man, but I went back and forth so many times with John and Bunker, and they were probably getting very irritated with me because I wanted it to be absolutely perfect. And I approved it. Mrs. Linecrosser approved it. Like, we looked at it and I was like, okay, when do we want to launch? And John's like, hey, we can launch as early as Friday. And I was like, okay, I'll make a reference to it. Boom. And you guys loved it. And that makes me so happy that I can make something that you guys like enjoy. Like that's my drug. Again, and I've said this before, for those of you who've never been in the chat before, if I stop making anything off of social media, I would still do this because I enjoy making you all happy and smile. Like that's kind of the way that I look at it. But because of the success that I've had on social media and all of your guys' support, I'm able to chase my dream. I'm able to literally get out of the military and become a full-time content creator. We're not there yet. Still got a lot of things to go through, but I'm very, very excited for this opportunity. And I hope I don't let any of you guys down. I don't ever want to let any of y'all down. Fellow vet here, love your work, so damn funny. Thank you so much, the Reaper's Grim. What do you? What's your MOS, my home skillet? What do you do? Just curious. Clears the Patriot and its acronym. It ain't close. Wait, the CSA 9B clears. What is the CSA 9B? I don't even know. Yo, what's up? I want to see an F-117 appear in a video talking to the kid. What plane should I go for when I join the Air Force? What motivates you? That's the thing, man. Everything in the military is about what motivates you. And this is the thing. If you're young in here, listen up. It does not matter what job you have ever in the world. You're going to have your bad days. Doesn't matter. Look, I'm going to be totally real with you. Porn stars probably have bad days, okay? Like, I'm just going to be real with you. I've never met one, so I've never been able to ask them. But everyone has bad days at work. So no matter how cool you think something is, eventually it's going to irritate the shit out of you. So just pick something you love. I like missiles. I was talking about missiles with my students. And I realized that like they know a lot about Patriot. I know a lot about Patriot, which is great. But then they don't know a whole lot about all these other missiles that I have gone off on my TISM and started like, hey, do you guys know about this? Did you know about this? Have you seen this? Do you know this is a capability? And they're like, the fuck, dude? I'm like, yeah, I like missiles, man. It's crazy. Like almost everything I know about everything that is not Patriot, I've learned because I was interested in it. Because I just felt like digging into it and let's see what I can find out. If I could bring back into service any Navy airplane, not the Tomcat, because that's low. You take away the low hanging fruit. What would it be and why? F4U Corsair. Nostalgia purposes only. I mean, it would do nothing on the battlefield nowadays, but it was cool. I liked it. Hope you're already running till you puke. What? Cue the music from Team America. With my job and expertise, well, that's a stretch there, but we'll try. Are you worried about being stop-loss from retiring or leaving, especially with World War potential on the horizon? I mean, it's always going to be in the back of my head. It's always going to be hanging over top of me, but it is the thing. I'm not just getting out because like I'm going to ETS and walk away. I finally went to the doctor and I told the truth. And it's not like a mental health thing. Like, don't get me wrong. Do I got those problems? Yeah, absolutely. Seek help. It's a sign of strength. It's not a sign of weakness. But now they want to do 4 surgeries on me, both hips and both knees. Still working on the rest of the problems too. Like I'm pretty well beat up. So even if they did stop loss me, I'd probably end up getting med boarded anyways. So what my goal is while I'm still in is I want to share as much of my knowledge and experience with the next generation. So that way when they go toe to toe with somebody, they are able to hold the line and get the job done. I would never be able to live with myself if somebody that I trained was incapable of fighting the fight. So I train every day like it's life or death, because that's one thing I want to get through to my students. Is flying under a radar still a thing with modern radar? And can an F-15 carry a Patriot missile, launch it, and guide it? Okay, so the second one is easier to answer. No. Yet. So the answer is no yet. But can it carry it? Yeah, it can carry that payload. Can it fire it? Probably not. You'd have to really do some heavy modifications. Can it guide it? Pack 2? No, you'd have to have a track via missile slot from an actual C-band radar that goes at the right frequency. Don't think an F-15 has that. PAC-3, maybe. It's got a semi-active Ka-band seeker in it. PAC-3, what is it called? Rig 360? That one's a little probable. I don't know, though. Is flying under the radar still a thing? Yes. And the reason flying under the radar is still a thing, it's just you got to get lower because radars are getting better. Now, when I talked about like hiding under the curvature of the Earth, that's still absolutely a thing. But as you get closer, within 20 miles or so, that radar is going to be able to pick you up a whole lot easier. But you can still lose a target in lots of trees but you got to get low. I'm talking like if you're on the ocean, it's like 50 feet. Like you got to be below 50 feet, which sounds like, oh, that's pretty high up. It's really not for a plane. Like yeah. So, is it possible? Yes. But then there's the thing, so the way certain missiles work, like let's say you're going to drop a bomb on a carrier, you have to be high. Let's say you're going to launch a missile. That missile is going to do something which may cue that radar to look for you because that missile is going to follow a parabolic trajectory. Those missiles, they drop, they come up, and then they dive. That's the way anti-radiation missiles usually fly. So if you were that low, firing that missile, chances are it's going to drop and then go because that lets it get clear of the plane. Now, there are some that fire directly off of the front of the plane. I think most of those are air-to-air. I don't know enough to make an assessment there. So there's a lot of things that affect being able to shoot while you're that low. 180, 190 F-22s in service. Yeah, there's I thought there was like 178 still in service. Appreciate everything you do. Love all the content you make. Thank you so much. Verkai, I think that's how you say that. Scott McGregor, what is up? Hello, fellow inefficient chemical engines. Hope everyone is staying happy and sane. Did you just call us inefficient? I love it. Welcome, Scott. Thank you so much for being here. Russia isn't wrong on this. I mean, to each their own. And that's why, like, I never want to try and sway someone's opinion. I've made it very clear that I individually, as a person, think that Ukraine is on the right side of war or right side of history here. If you don't think so, that's fine. Everyone thinks that, like, if you disagree with somebody, you have to have it out and see who's right. No, you can have your opinion. I can have my opinion. Guess what? Neither one of us have any effect on what's going on. To each their own, man. The Ordnance Wizard is a magnificent song. Also, I'm ordering Franklin t-shirts for my whole squad. It's just too magnificent. So I will tell you, Nicholas, right afterwards, I realized that I didn't have that in sticker form. And a bunch of people commented that, hey, stickers. So I texted John and I was like, hey, man, is there a possibility we could get stickers? I'm working on it next week. Bunker, he's not there for the weekend, so I can't guarantee anything. But next week, we might have those in stickers. I hope we do. We'll see. But thank you so much for the support. Honestly, I'm just really happy you guys can get shirts you like. Do you have a third source of income for when you retire? I know ad revenue can suck sometimes, just yes or no. Yeah. So I'll have like the Army, the med board, the VA and stuff like that because I'm pretty well broke. I mean, they've already cut me open 3 times. They want to do 4 more. I'll have that. And then I'll have, like the YouTube ad revenue. And then, I got a couple other places and things going on. There's a couple other things I'm working behind the scenes. So I do appreciate it though. You joined up as a 19 kilo in 2010 because it sounded interesting? Absolutely. I joined as a 19 kilo in 2009 because it sounded interesting. I took the ASVAB. I got like a 54 or something. And they handed me a list of jobs because I had no tattoos, no nothing. And I looked at it. I didn't like reading. So I looked around the recruiting station. There was a poster of a dude with an M4 in front of a tank. And I was like, can I do that? And he's like, 19 kilo, you leave next week. How's that sound? I was like, cool. And that was how I ended up as a 19 kilo. So I feel you, man. Love the kid in Franklin? Well, the kid loves you. I have to do it. I have to. When the raptor raccoons arrive, Canadian geese will lead the assault. That kind of gives me an idea about Canadian geese. I may introduce. I got some. I may fucks with some things. We'll see. We'll see what I can do. You should be the voice of Illinois. Bro, I'm trying to like learn new voices in my spare time, which I don't have much of. But USA versus Russia nuclear war concern. So there's always going to be a concern. And, you know, people ask me all the time, you know, are we prepared for a nuclear war? The reality is nobody is. I'm just going to be totally frank with you. Like, Russia can think that they can shoot down everything, cool, whatever they want to think. China can think that they can shoot down everything, cool, whatever they want to think. I don't care. The reality of the situation is we, the United States, are slightly better, well, not slightly, we're significantly better prepared than everybody else. I'm just going to be real with you. We have a lot more eyes in the sky. We have a lot more munitions to take down those things. Like, that's just what we have. Does that mean we're going to survive? Hell no. Usually we'll survive long enough to watch them burn before we do. So that's kind of where we're at. Like, that's the shitty situation of it. So avoiding nuclear war, absolutely, as much as we possibly can. Did I ever look up into graphite bombs? I have had zero time. This is the second time I've fired up my computer this week. I have had no time. The other time I fired it up is because I was doing updates. Still can't figure out why no one talks about them, even though they work so well in Serbia and Iraq. I think I have it. Yep, I have it. Graphite bombs right there on my list. I have had no time, man. I'm so sorry. AGM-88's fires on a rail? Really? Learned something new. 50 feet and the plane's hitting the deck. I agree. New F-15 has the same radar as the F-35. So the F-35 I'm hearing is getting like some kind of weird proprietary radar upgrade. I was reading about it a little bit. I don't know all the details, nor do I think they're allowed to give me the details. But something about being able to detect targets passively, which made my radartism kick off. And I'm like, how, where are the returns coming from? Are they using other ground-based or air-based sensors to push out the radiation and they're just pulling returns? How does this work? I have no idea. Being a missile nut, do you model rocketry too? Yeah, I can say that. Not officially. I've made sugar rockets, but I mean, who hasn't? But I didn't like make sugar rockets to like, I'm going to go out and shoot this off in a safe, controlled environment. I strapped them to a small child's bicycle and shot it across my yard. Like every American should. I'm sorry. It was, yeah. What's a sugar rocket? You can find this on the internet. You take powdered sugar. Don't do this in your parents' kitchen, by the way, kids. You take powdered sugar. I don't know the parts off the top of my head. And then you take stump remover, the powdered stump remover. It's like something chloride or something, like, I don't know. And then you put it in a pot, dry, literally dry, and you melt it. And when it melts down, it turns into like a thick paste. And then you pour it in a piece of PVC pipe, and then you take you got to do this quick. You take a chunk of like rod or something, you wrap it in cellophane, and you shove it down the middle, because if you just have it like filled, it's just going to burn on one end and it's not going to do anything. But if you have a hole down the middle, all of it burns on the inside and the middle at the same time, and that's how you actually get thrust. It like burns from the inside out, and that's how you get thrust. Then you just put a wick to it and light it. Sugar rocket. Yeah. Got an idea. The B-17 can tell other planes the story of old 666. I do want to do a lot more history content. Like, that is high on my list. HLC badges and patches will go bloody. Yo, Terry. Go to Bunker. Go to Bunker's like Facebook page and be like, when is HLC getting patches? Go to not their Facebook, go to their Instagram. Be like, yo, when is HLC getting patches? Because I've been trying. Probably not as hard as I should, but I've been trying. The new Star Citizen patch just dropped. No, I haven't been on it. A lot of the people in my Discord, I have a what is it called? It's like a group on Star Citizen. It's an organization. I have an organization, an org, and they've been playing. I haven't had time to play. I literally have had like no time. Medical disability, VA pay, yeah, that's pretty much it. You should tell Nick to stream Friday nights like you. He pops in here every once in a while. Veronica and Jessica, feral teens, are listening and love the new design. Thank you so much, Kate. And Veronica and Jessica, thank you. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I'm glad everyone, like, I haven't really heard anything negative about it. A couple people are like, hey, I would have done this way instead. And that's fine. Teach their own. Yeah. Not so explodey rocket. Yes. You're laughing so hard. My bad. The F-35 is getting a passive bistatic radar. Yeah, I don't know enough about the radar to really figure out what it is. Missiletism on the day Polaris 3 nose cone was made out of plywood. Really? Huh. Not so explodey rocket. I don't know what block the version of the radar is, but I've been seeing a lot of like Lockheed Martin advertisements on my Twitter, and they keep on advertising this radar that is the next generation for the F-35, and then they keep on advertising a new engine that is the next generation for the F-35. I'm like, bro, they haven't even caught up to the current one. Chill out. Weapons, more bombs now, please. Tell me that's not a thing. The F-35 can also fly itself. Believe it? Can you give Jessica and Veronica a shout out, big fans? Well, Jess and Veronica, on behalf of myself, Mr. Habitual Line Crosser, this is an official shout out. Compliments of your friend, parent, I don't know, Kate. Thank you for being fans. Thank you for your support. And all I will ever ask is just keep watching my silly, stupid videos. Much appreciated. Potassium and nitrate and sugar. There you go. Potassium and nitrate. Yep. I have not played any of the Ace Combat games. I think once I get settled in and like after I'm out of the army and I have like a permanent residence, I might build like an actual like good HOTAS setup so I can play flying games. I think that'd be a lot of fun. HLC brand Anarchist Cookbook. No, sugar rockets are a fun probably shouldn't say children's toy. A fun supervised project for people to do. They used to be a common thing. I don't know why people don't make them anymore. F-22 versus an IEEE 754. Hold on, it's a 32-bit notation. Robin, are you an engineer? I'm not like saying that like maliciously, but you talk like doctorate level engineers that I've spoken to. I know a Dr. Faust that I used to work with IBCS on, and I didn't like asking him questions because I would have to ask him the question and then look at one of the warrant officers and be like, cool, take everything he just said and make me understand it. Crazy smart guy, but you talk like a damn engineer. I don't understand. I'm sorry, Robin. Thank you so much, but I have no idea what you're saying. Hold on. Engine thing has been derailed again. Oh, has it? Someone said also that, and I got to check into it. Somebody messaged, or maybe it was on my Twitter, or X, whatever the hell it's called, said that they have an actual date of retirement for all the A10s. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, cause that goes against what I heard, but definitely they screamed. HLC is the next Atom Smasher. Who's Atom Smasher? I don't know who that is. Oh. Upgrades, people. Upgrades. That's from Cyberpunk. I remember fighting that guy. And Aegis is short compatible with Patriot and vice versa. Somewhat. So they recently, well, I say recently, it's probably about a year ago now, they fired Rig 360, which is remote interceptor guided 360 versions of Patriot Pack 3s, off of an Aegis Ashore. They successfully engaged their target. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. Right now they're working on putting them on board the, was it Mark 41 VLS on the Arleigh Burke class destroyers. They're trying to figure out how to get them in there. Makes sense. But they fired them off of Aegis Ashore. Now, the goal when IBCS comes online, the Integrated Air Missile Defense Battle Command System, is literally anyone can fire off of anyone's stuff. It's the land-based and air-based version of Aegis. Well, Aegis is already kind of air-based, but yeah, it's the land component of Aegis. But Aegis is also going to tie into IBCS as well, which I don't know how that's going to work out, but it maybe someday. Oh, no. There we go. Sorry. F4U Corsair versus C205. I'm not familiar with the C205, man. I don't know anything to any. I don't know everything about everything, man. I try. In like 50 to 100 years, the U.S. is going to have buffing the kid in space.
Well, of course we are.
No, I'm just I don't know how to say that, level IT student in Quebec. My father's a civil engineer, though. Makes sense. Nothing against you, Robin. I promise. I just like sometimes you say things, man, and I'm like, look, dude, you're making me feel dumb. Like, chill. Unsubscribe podcast at air shows? Bet. I would love to do that with those guys. Absolutely. I'll tell Eli. I'll text him. Have I ever seen The Dangerous Book for Boys? I have not, Freeman. Is Cyberpunk worth playing now? Yeah, they did a lot of updates to it. There was like a huge patch. Like the cars have guns now. Like there's a whole bunch of cool stuff that they did. And it actually plays pretty well. See Jeep. Oh, see? I don't speak French or Canadian French. Is there a difference between Canadian French and real French? I'm not being a smartass. The F-Series plane named the first one I fly in sim tonight. First F-Series plane named is the one I fly in sim tonight. F-101. Haha! More science book and less cookbook, but close. Huh. Seen the new missiles by Anduril Industries? No. I will check them out, though. What's so special about them? Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Forget the difference between types of engineers. Bro. I say bro. I got it, Katie. But I say bro to everybody. Got an official discharge date yet? Technically, June 2026. But once I figure out what's going on with me medically, we'll go from there. Canadian French and French is like comparing Army to Air Force. Both. Those are awfully big words coming from the fattest branch. That was me dropping the microphone there, Aegis. Haha! Get some. Thoughts on the F-104? It's basically a missile. That's pretty much what it is. The F-104 Starfighter is a missile. That's why they put little stubby wings on it, because the ones that any of them that were too long just ripped off. Hi, where's Grandpa Buff? Face orange biting nails? What?
What are you talking about, sausage man? My face never gets orange.
Oh, I should tell Sister Linecrosser in here? You should. Get her in here. Is a public college of the pre-bachelor... Oh, shit. I hate when it does that. Also, is a data storage norm in IT. Canadian French is just a dialect of French. Huh. So is Canadian French... Okay. Is it different than Cajun French? IBCS sounds like Skynet. So here's the thing. I'm not going to say I participated in this. I'm not going to say that I know anyone who participated in it. But the problem with using like AI is AI, you cannot program AI to make moral decisions. It strictly makes logical decisions. There is significant problems with making logical decisions when a moral decision is what is required. Now, I can't give you any specific examples of this, but what I will tell you is that recommendations have been made to the right people that you always have operator input. You can make lethal recommendations. You will never make lethal decisions. Here we go. Where's Grandpa Buff? Do I know anyone from Sora? I do not. Whoa, hold on. Hi, where's Grandpa Buff?
I'm always not too far away.
Oh, sorry. Versus the BF-109. F4U Corsair all day. Absolutely all day. I want to see me riding an F-16. Yo, I want to see me riding an F-16. So I did, there's a pilot who watches some of my videos. He's another creator, really good guy. And he's trying to get me up in a T-38. Which, this is the thing. I'm going to be totally real with y'all. I don't like flying. Not a fan of it. So, but I probably feel a little bit more comfortable in a seat that I can eject from. Probably feel a little bit like, okay, I have something here that will keep me alive. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep it going. It's been a couple weeks. Should have Chris Chappelle from China Uncensored. Who's Chris Chappelle? Why do I know that name? China Uncensored. Haha, still don't see me on there as a YouTuber. Haha. Sorry. I'll bring it up to Eli. I mean, he's always looking for people that you guys are interested in, but he's busy. We need a Franklin plush now. Baby steps. Baby steps, J-Bone. Baby steps. We're getting there. I promise you, man. Gonna rewind to hear about medical problems. Oh, yo, I got plenty of them. I mean, right now, if I were gonna go down the list, it would be 2 torn labrums in my hips, 2 torn meniscus in my knees. I've had an appendectomy. I've had hernia surgery. I've had vasectomy. I've had a foreign body removed from my leg. I have complex sleep apnea, post-traumatic stress disorder, asymmetric hearing loss. There's something going on with my shoulder. They just can't figure it out. So I don't really have a name for that one yet. And I probably have some form of autism. That's I'm a little broke. The Navy's Constellation class frigate design keeps falling further behind. Wait, German frigates have, that makes sense. Germans were the only ones who were drinking in Afghanistan, lucky bastards. They had like their own German area that Americans couldn't go into. Imagine if we had an American area that well, we do. We have secret areas that they can't go into. I guess that's fair. So, but yeah, we fell way behind on the frigate train, and we're trying to play catch up right now, and it's not looking good. Quebecois is very different from Cajun. I don't understand either one of them. Is Franklin related to Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy? His scavenging for things and getting prosthetic limbs makes me wonder. So, I will tell you, I've kind of made Franklin on the fly, and I've done everything I can to make him different from Rocket, because I'll be honest with you, Disney has really deep pockets and a lot of lawyers, and I don't want to create a character that you guys love that Disney is like, you better cease and fucking desist. So I've done everything in my power to differentiate, like, hey, that's why, like, he doesn't have like people build. He looks like a raccoon. Like, that's why I did it that way. Is it Protocol 4 time? My bad. Miss Rain. And now listen to his jaws slap shut. He missed. And now he's eating it on top of my foot. Thanks, dude. All right, let's hear them jaws. All right, go on, puppies. Go lay down. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Speaking of Skynet, did you see that the Ukrainians have started using thermite? I did see that. The thermite drones, I have seen that. Again, I don't know how effective it is, but rumor has it it's very effective. And the way you can tell something on the battlefield is effective in Ukraine, it's pretty simple. If one side starts doing it and both sides start doing it, it's effective. That's what is the next USA versus the world? I will never tell, but it has already been recorded and is with my editor right now. He's getting some things going for me. Thanks for the response on X earlier. My friend slapped the buff Franklin sticker on his thermos and saw it. That's awesome, man. I love that. Yeah, that was that was you that had the Buff Franklin 24 sticker, bro. That's gangster. That is your 10th super on live stream. Thank you so much, my dude. Whoa, I hate it when it does that. How did I not hear Wither? Wither, what is up, my dude? I didn't even hear it come through. Russian incompetence continues to amaze me. I feel bad for the troops on the ground. I really do. Like, I mean, ultimately, war in general is young men dying for old men's opinions, but like, yeah. Jonathan Rose. Yeah, I haven't heard silence in like 14, 15 years. If I get one more score of 60 or above on my hearing test, I get hearing aids. Yeah, that's where I'm at. As a New Mexican myself, I'd like to know what Mrs. HLC feels about finally being able to leave the land of entrapment. What do you mean? The land of entrapment? We are trying desperately to go back. Dude, the food in Oklahoma sucks. It's so bad. Like, we keep on like, where do you want to go for dinner? We both drive around town in our brain like, well, that made us sick. That's awful. That made us sick. Like, the amount of places here that make you sick are insane. Dude, it's not good. OKC, food is a lot better. Lawton, no. Oh, Mama Long super chatted. What did she super chat? I'll have to go. I'll get down to it there, Mama Long. Sorry for being late. Just doing some research from World War I, which led me to this question. Which front of World War I would you rather be in? Oh, shit. I mean, they were both awful. They were both just complete meat choppers. But I would say... let's go with Western. I'd go with Western. Because Eastern was mostly, if not all, Russian, wasn't it? For a miss, that was a loud chump. Yeah, you should try to get Copperhead 347 on the Unsub podcast. Who's Copperhead 347? Hold on. Oh, I know him. Yeah, I used to collab with him on like a fucking TikTok back in the day. Yeah, I know who he is. It's not the years HLC, it's the miles. You ain't kidding, Catherine. I got straight city miles. Knox speak. Also learn IEE 754 in front of the fans. It'll be fun. Oh, no. I'm not doing that. Knox, speak. 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 No, come on, don't stand up. Speak. There we go. That's my dude. That's my dude. Here, I'll give you another cookie for that. Rain, do you speak? Rain, do you speak? Speak. Speak, Rain. No, not you, fat boy. Speak, Rain. He spoke for her. Whatever. Rain doesn't speak. I was told I was someone. Also give a treat to Rain, my baby. Of course, Knox too. You missed it. I brought Fritz in here. You can scroll back. You know, sis. Mama Long is my sister. You can scroll back and see. Here, let's bring Rain up. Come here, Rain. Come here, Rain. Rain, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Rain. Oh, come on. You're being a pain. Come here. Oh, come here. Oh, your mom wants to see you. Oh. Hi, Rain. There we go. Oh. There we go. Good puppies. And now I'm covered in hair. Remember, it's really not service connected, bro. They be. Kansas has food? Bro, I have no idea, Katie. Well, no, I've been through Kansas, but I had like fast food while I was there. I just kind of passed through. We were on a I did say the Navy was fat. I was there. See the whole thing. I did. He was talking trash. And I said, that's big words coming from the fattest branch. Nicholas, what is up, my dude?
I'd intercept me.
Rain is the best doggo.
Rain is well-trained stupid. I love her. Don't get me wrong. She's a very nice dog. But she is very well-trained and unintelligent. She has a process for everything inside her brain. And if anything interrupts that process, she like screams, runs, panics, and then acts like someone tried to bite her to beat her. China's the only winner of the Ukraine war. They're getting a lot of data on our weapons and Western tactics. True, but I mean, they're getting old stuff. And there's not clear definition of what a Ukrainian victory would ever look like. You're not wrong. Even if they push them all the way back to the border, I don't think Russia would like make the decision that, hey, we're done. And I mean, yeah, they are getting a lot of data. This is the thing I tell people all the time. The U.S. we do flex some stuff, but oftentimes we're doing it for a means to an end. These guys out here, like Rocket Man in North Korea, who constantly firing missiles. Every time you fire a missile and someone detects it, you show them a capability every single time. Let me see. As someone with autism, do you have any recurring repetition with speech or actions or any intense narrow interest? Those are symptoms I have, at least. Also, Sidewinder or Hellfire missiles? Ooh, tough question. Hellfire does more damage, but it moves slow, whereas Sidewinder has a cooler name. I'm going to go Hellfire because I'm a ground guy. Don't get me wrong. I love the air, but Hellfire's a damn good missile. And so let me see. Repetition with speech. I have crutch words. I don't know if that counts. I mean, I'm probably on the spectrum. I think everyone's on the spectrum a little bit. Any intense narrow interests? I don't know. Video games and having a multiple personality. Thank you so much, Nicholas, by the way. I just got down to your actual comment. Oh my gosh. I hate when it does that. Need you to make a coffee run for the base? What? I drink Ariel resupply coffee. I drink a lot of it. Yeah, Rain tried. Well, half the army mutinied to the Reds and stopped fighting Germans. Yeah. Rain is not autistic. She knows HLC doesn't know the right command. Oh, I know the right commands. What's the command to make her speak? Nox, go lay down. You're not getting any more treats. I love you. Go lay down. Go to your bed. Nox, bed. Yeah, sis, if you scroll back, you'll see Fritz. I brought him in here. Medical discharges aren't necessarily the end. My dad was medically discharged in the 80s. Well, I mean, this is the thing. If they want me to come back and train people, like as an FSR, I don't mind doing it. But I'm so unbelievably tired of the biggest problem facing the Army today. Like people are like, oh, it's recruiting. It's this. The biggest problem, recruiting, this would solve recruiting, retention, soldier competence, standards and discipline. This would literally solve everything. We have too much shit that people have added on that has nothing to do with our job. I cannot make this up. I've literally seen a range, right? A range, you go pew pew, you go shoot range, guns, get canceled so that they could bring us into a classroom and teach us about not sexually assaulting one another. Why is that relevant? Like, I get it. It's important. It's a contemporary issue affecting our force, but we should not compromise training. But now, every time someone screws up, there's a new control put in place. So you used to be able to dispatch an Abrams main battle tank in 2009 in 10 minutes. I could dispatch my tank in 10 minutes. I'm lucky to get a Humvee out the gate the same day. Because every time someone screwed up, they put a new control in place. Well, now you got to have this person sign it. And then you got to take it to this person. And we make ourselves combat ineffective through that dumb shit. And that's the biggest problem facing our military today. Thank you for your service. My dad's a Navy vet. Well, thank your dad for his service. Missiletism. Grandpa Buff is awesome.
Well, I want you to know something here, sausage man. Grandpa Buff thinks you're awesome.
Wither!
I'd intercept me.
Preach HLC preach. It is the exact same way for the civilian sector for government.
Bro, I'm telling you. It's just because I don't care about keeping my job anymore, I'm really forward about things. It's such a freeing experience when you just don't give a shit if you piss anybody off anymore. It's so Because my entire military career, I've like walked on eggshells because I don't want to do the wrong thing. I don't want to hurt this person's feeling. I got to, make it here. I got to do this. And like now that I'm at the point that I just do not care anymore. So we had this guy come down from Nickel Co., which is the Non-Commissioned Officer Leadership Center of Excellence. Came down from Nickel Co. And he's like, hey, we're starting this new initiative. So every time you give your NCOs their quarterly counseling, or you give them their annual NCOER, which is your evaluation. So what we're going to do is you're now going to give them an IDP, which is an individual development plan. And it's going to show how to blah, blah, blah. And like literally it's a pointless thing because everything in the IDP you're already doing in the quarterly counseling and the non-commissioned officer evaluation report. Literally everything you're doing. So everyone's like asking questions and kind of grumbles and stuff. And I was like, fuck it. And I raised my hand and he's like, yeah, what's going on? And I was like, so at what point are the powers that be going to remove some of the things off of our plate so that we can get back into training? Because right now I don't have enough time as it is to do NCOERs and quarterly counselings and all the other shit you guys want me to do. And you just keep piling more on and somehow think that it's going to improve my lifestyle. Meanwhile, you're preaching people first, but have no idea how to put people first. And he deflected the shit out of that question, but it was such a very freeing experience. It was wonderful. Short-termers, real freeing experience. Dude, it is. It's such a strange feeling. Like, cause like when I was not a short-termer, I remember seeing like an E4 who just didn't give a shit anymore go toe-to-toe with a sergeant major who gave all the shit. And it was like watching National Geographic. Like one person who technically has power, but the other person who does not give a shit about that power. Like I was just like watching things go back and forth. It's so good. And now, like if I were to do everything they wanted me to do in a day, like here, it's pretty achievable. But if they wanted me to do everything that they want us to do in a day, me and my soldiers would be there probably at 3 a.m. and we wouldn't be going home until 8 o'clock at night, 6 days a week. That's the kind of schedule I would have to do to try and get those things done. That chat needs to spam B-36 Peacemaker so we can get a B-36 character, the bomber that scared the hell out of the Russians during the Cold War. I thought I had a B-36. Maybe it was a B-29. I don't know. It's brain no worky right now. Franklin forever. Malicious compliance. I love it. My recruiter said something similar. Yeah, that's the thing. They just put too much extra stuff on us that is not important. And you know what it is? And I'm sorry if you're a DA civilian. I'm not trying to talk shit. There are DA civilians and programs that need to stay. Not all of them. Because you know what happened is when President Obama back in the day sequestered and like started like shutting down like, hey, we can't pay these civilians, we need to save money, blah, 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 blah. They all came out with a mandatory online training to save their ass. Every single one of them. And then we got to a point where you had to do 25 certificates every single year that each one were considered like a 6-hour course each. And we got to a point that was just so unbelievably overwhelming. And then someone's like, well, we don't need to do that. So now we have to do it all in person. There's so much additional shit that we just need to get rid of. And I told that to Colonel Myers up at Camp Grayling. I said, like, I was like, I can help you with recruiting. I can help you with retention. But the first thing the Army needs to do is take a long, hard look at our systems and processes and figure out what redundancies need to stay and what do not. Because if you want to make people's lives easier, allow them to get the job done faster. Don't forget your OPEC training, TARP, and cyber awareness. Oh, bro, Brian. That thing's done what you need. Yeah, I was a contractor. That thing's done what you need. That's the thing, man. Like, it's... Kill Tony about to start. Good night. See you later. Take it easy, Billy. Thank you so much for being here. B1 versus Grandpa Buff dogfight. I'm going to probably give that to the bone, man. It's just, it's faster. You can carry more. Probably turns a little harder. I don't know. Okay, yeah. M6 linebacker. Yeah, the linebacker's supposed to be coming back. Oh, in Michigan. Yeah, that was good old Camp Grayling. 76,000 versus 70,000. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It can carry more and it's faster. Drones breathing fire, so war wasn't scary enough. I saw the thermite drones. I saw it. I was like, if it looks silly but it works, it ain't silly. How effective would the AIR-2 Genie actually be? Let me learn about it here real quick. Considering back then no one had the ability to shoot down an air-to-air missile or rocket, I'd say pretty goddamn effective, but I would not want to be the one taking off with that thing strapped to my belly. I mean, ultimately, you make a big blast in the sky, especially a blast that pushes out an EMP like that, you can take down a lot of planes really fast. I know you see me, F-15E. Take it easy, Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Never mind the fact I was napping before the stream. Well, I'm sorry, Katie? Wither!
Did you intercept me?
Yeah, it took me a minute to look it up.
I'd intercept me.
Tell me about it with all the bureaucracy that it feels like a collar.
Bro, it is... Wither, I understand you on a deeper level than I ever thought I would. It's insane, man. We just cannot do what we need to do. And it's so frustrating. Because what we've created a culture that promotes people based off of what changes they make. Not how good they lead, not how good and streamlined they make things. It's how much they change things. So every time someone comes in and they want to make a name for themselves and they want to get promoted, they change shit. Why added this control in place? Why? We have 3 other ones that already do that exact same thing. That's why we have 4 different acronyms for UAV. UAV, UAS, RPA, and RPV. And there's probably more. Mandatory coffee run for your whole fan base. 1 bag long 100% off coupon on your flavor of choice aerial resupply. Wait, what? A 1 bag long 100% off coupon of... do you think I'm rich? B36 voice, Jimmy Stewart. RTX is going to love talking to you. Bro, I would love for one of those big companies to come and talk to me, because I would tell them, like, I want to work the way I want to work. No, I wouldn't intercept me, Dave. I'd intercept you. Take it easy. You should play Ace Combat and start with 4. I have not... really? I'm trying to find time to play any video games. Shout out from Georgia, the country or the state? I'm not being a smartass, Ryan. Sadly, a future for the... Yeah, the B-21 Raider is actually getting, like, cheaper by the day, which is weird. We need to see you in the Discord sometime. I agree. I miss you guys, man. I'm so sorry. Greeting from Little European Texas. We got the Polish here. It's all fun and games, Russia, until I bite off your testicle and spit it in your eye. Look, I've had some people in Poland say that my Polish accent is off, but I went online, I went onto the interwebs, and apparently Poland, and this is what I get from the interwebs, pretty much sounds like Russian, except instead of spoken in the back of your throat, it's spoken more towards the front by your teeth, which is why I always enunciate with my teeth as when I talk about Poland. Instead of like Russia, it is all in the back, and you use the back of the tongue and you kind of roll it like a cup. So that's why I do it. I don't know. Is rocket fuel the same in our air-to-air missiles? If not, how many types of fuel do we use? Honestly, I don't know. I know that, like, so most of what we use, I don't know about air-to-air, most of what we use in all of our surface-to-surface, surface-to-air, is solid state. And the reason for that is actually missiletism takes over. In the Nike Ajax, which is anti-jammer and cruise missile or something like that. Anyways, the Nike Ajax program, we originally used liquid state fuel. But an air defense system needs to be ready to go very, very quickly. And liquid state fuel cannot be left inside the missile. It actually has to be fueled. And if you try to transport that missile with the liquid fuel inside there, the chances of it going explodey are pretty freaking high. So in the Nike Hercules, we just developed solid state fuel. Now to this day, I have no idea what the solid state fuel is made of, but I know that it will fuck up your lungs and kill you very quickly if you breathe in the exhaust. That's why our backblast areas are so large. You're not supposed to breathe. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to yawn on you guys. I'm trying to keep up the energy, you know. Please don't intercept my poor little Huey. They keep your Huey away from me. Video games are a waste of time and a waste of your life. I mean, technically, yes. Am I accomplishing anything? No. But to me, it's a relaxed thing. That's what it is, Kevin. And I encourage everyone to enjoy their hobbies. Some people, I like to fish. I ride my motorcycle. Wither again.
Intercept me. I'd intercept me.
I can't tell you how many times that a new person joins the project staff and shit goes sideways. So we eventually do some E4 mafia shit.
Bro, big facts. Or to use, so I teach my students this too. I call it the 25% rule. If you want something to go your way and you want people to do things your way, I do this with officers that don't want to listen to me because I try to reason with them. And then I try the 25% rule. And if they still don't want to listen to me, I tell them I'm going to do it their way and then I do it my way anyway. So, I mean, like, regardless, we could talk longer or shorter. I'm going to do it my way no matter what because you're not out there supervising. But anyways, the 25% rule is where you give them a 75% solution. You know 100% of the solution, but you only give them 75%. You leave out the easiest 25%. The easiest one. And then you pose it as a question. I'm going to do this, this, and this, but how do I handle this? And then what happens is they solve it because it's the easiest fucking answer known to man. They think it's their plan, and then they tell you to do it. I use this on weak-minded officers all the time. It's my own little Jedi mind trick, the 25% rule. Use it at your own discretion, my good sir. Doesn't deserve our sorries. When the sorries stop, the war crimes start. You like my accents? Thank you, Legacy. So that's why the Polish always sound angry again. Hey, I'm trying, man. Not today, China. What do you think caused the Battle of Los Angeles 1942? I don't know. I don't know why I'm drawing a complete blank of the Battle of Los Angeles 1942. I have no idea why I'm drawing a blank on that. Used to have a Nike Ajax battery near me, was decommissioned about 10 years ago. No shit. Yeah, Nike was our missile program. It was our premier missile program. Now people are like, well, Nike is a missile. No, it's like a lot of missiles. I don't even know if that's the name of the company, but it was Nike. And you had the Nike Ajax, the Nike Hercules, the Nike Zeus, and the Nike Spartan. And then eventually you had the Sprint missile, which was also technically part of the Nike program. And but the Nike Zeus and the Nike Spartan never went into full production. Neither did the Sprint. And then by that time, we changed over to Hawk and then Patriot. Boom. All joy must be purged. No fun allowed? I think fun should be allowed. Petition to change hotel in the military alphabet to Hercules. Granted. I'm going to start saying it now. If I ever have to say H instead of hotel, it'll be Hercules. No war crimes, they're always there. Just stop hiding them. Grandpa Buff for president. I talked about this earlier. If you guys are just joining in, if you're just tuning in to the live stream, I am Habitual Line Crosser. On your left, you'll see alcoholism. On your right, there will be depression. Be careful you don't trip and fall into any feelings. Sorry, I couldn't pass the opportunity. But anyways, so I was saying this earlier.
Would you
Hold on one second.
Me? I'd intercept me.
I will use that to the full extent as I can. But I have to go. Got work at 3. Have a good rest of the night.
Hey, thank you so much for being here with her. Thank you so much for hanging out again, dude. You're awesome people, and I now identify with you a whole lot better, my dude. That's good shit. Thank you for being here. What was it? I was about to add. Sounds like someone needs. Bro, I might. Oh, I'm trying. I was reading something. What motorcycle do I ride? Right now, I love my bike. It's a good bike, powerful, it's fast. I mean, it's got everything I need to. I ride a 2008 because I will never in a million years finance a toy. You want financial advice from HLC? Don't finance a toy. If you need something like a car, you can finance it. Or a house, finance it. But if you want something like a toy, don't ever do that. So I have a 2008 Suzuki Boulevard C109R. It's 109 cubic inches or 1800 cc's. There's no reason Suzuki should have made that. It's a V-twin that has 127 horses at the rear wheel. It's an excessive amount of fucking go. Finance the toys. No, do not finance the toys. 2020 Z900. Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with it. Mama Long, did you take that advice? She did not take that advice. That's just, you know. But Grandpa Buff for president. Sorry, that's what I was going to get to. So, when I first did the Buff Franklin 2024, you know, I did it because I thought it'd be a good joke and people get a kick out of it. I'm now like a little bit concerned that people are going to actually write in Buff Franklin, but there's a small part of me that hopes it happens, because like if the news gets a hold of that, they're going to be like, you know, 10,000 people voted for Buff and Franklin. Well, we went down the rabbit hole to try and figure out what this is, and it's in reference to a social media content creator known as Habitual Line Crosser who has created these. I mean, I think it would just be funny as hell. Plus, it'd be some good publicity for me. I would just, you're going to tell your parents to do not. I'm just saying. Coffee is just hot bean juice, socially acceptable drug because it keeps you working longer. Real communism #1, liberate the working class. Yeah, I mean, I would counterpoint the game clown. Counterpoint, you know, because I'm all out about letting people say what they want to, but counterpoint that. It is a socially acceptable drug. I will agree with you there. But instead of making me work longer, it makes me poop on company time. That's the way I look at it. So the U.S. had Sable-style missile for ground penetration. How does that actually work against bunker or the other ground targets? Does Patriot? I don't know too much about bunker busters. Patriot in general, Blue Jay, we cannot fire it at, okay. I say cannot, but there's going to be some air defender in here like, well, actually, can you fire Patriot at the ground? Yes, technically. You won't be accurate. It's not designed for that. The yield is not big enough to really cause enough damage to be significant, and it's a very wasteful way to get rid of $5 million. So can you shoot it at the ground? Yes. Would we ever? No. But you're talking about Sabo-style missile for ground penetration. So I cannot say what it is, but I will say, where's the Discord link? I'm going to learn on Polish. It's one of my mods will drop it in there. So what I will say is inside of a PAC-3 interceptor, you will never see what it is. Well, there are some places that reference what it might be. There is a lethality enhancer inside there. That increases the penetration of that weapon system, because PAC-3 is kinetic kill. It hits to kill. PAC-2 explodes like a shotgun shell. PAC-3 is better oftentimes because you have like capsules of like chemical weapons, and PAC-3 kind of rips through it because of its kinetic style, and the lethality enhancer inside there. Can't say what the lethality enhancer is, but it is in there. You can go on Lockheed's website and you'll see, hey, there's a lethality enhancer in there. You'll never find what it is, but that helps it kind of shred everything in there a whole lot better. Does that make sense? Oh, that's what it is. He doesn't deserve our sorry. Send the geese. Sorry, I had to. Oh, did I? Am I still on a sec def? Because I have an idea.
Well, you missed it, YF. Earlier in the chat, someone suggested that the kid was my Secretary of Defense, and he volunteered, and he said he wants to be the Secretary of Offense. Have you found any R34 of my characters? No, but I haven't looked. Oh shit! It just kind of went away there. You know, it's age, performance issues. It's got to get paid to poop. I'm telling you, if I'm like one of my favorite things is when it hits me. We're talking about like pooping on company time. When it hits me and I just roll up to PT, I when I was younger, I was like, when I was a young soldier, I was like, oh my God.
is Sergeant going to let me go to the bathroom? I know it's PT, and some people, there's a lot of people in the Army that go to the bathroom so they don't have to go to PT. I'm not that guy. If I'm there, fuck it, I'm going to get a workout. But if I roll up and my body, my stomach, just, I'm like, yeah. And then I'll only do like half of it. Here's why, because I'm a planner. So that way at 9, I can go back and finish it. Because I'm not going to give up my time eating breakfast. Who's mods? They can do what they want. What? Oh my gosh. Wolfram, relax. Phoenix, relax. You like cardio? I don't like cardio. The only kind of running I do is my mouth, and the only kind of jumping I do is 2 conclusions. If your voices were a voice in a game, what would that game be? Oh, that would be fun. You know what's crazy is I would initially my brain was like, yeah, like maybe a flying game, but honestly, I would like for my voices to be like Donkey Kong 64. Like Grandpa Buff would be was it Cranky, like the old monkey, and like I don't know, that's where my brain went. You should look at Battle of Palmdale and let the fat electrician know. Battle of Palmdale. You think Canadian geese are scarier than the F-22? Well, I will tell you, I've never been on the receiving end of an F-22, but I have in fact been on the receiving end of a Canadian gooses that were really, really pissed off. Attempted shoot down of a runaway drone by United States Air Force interceptors. That's funny. I just read a brief synopsis of it. I love it. I'll text Nick. I think that might be something cool for him to do. Yeah, I got 2 puppy dogs. They're cuddling because there's only 1 bed in here. And I turned down the AC to make it like cooler in here, and it is warm. It is really warm in here. It's probably close to 75, 80 degrees in here. The Growler has an upgrade in progress? That's terrifying. So, you know what, this is the thing. I say I'm afraid of the Growler, and that's true. I'm absolutely terrified of the fucking Growler because of what it can do to ground-based sensors. What I didn't know is that America has an EC-130. We have an electronic warfare cargo plane. Why do we have that? And what the fuck is on board that thing that you couldn't fit into an F-18? Is that Compass Call? Is that what does the Compass Call? I've heard of Compass Call, but I didn't know that's what did it. Robin St. Pierre, I cannot reduce that to its simplest form, my dude. I have no idea what to do with that. Cargo. Retired thinker who would win, a wild turkey or a wild hog? Oh, you're talking about somebody else. Someone's trying to get Nick in here. EC-130 because America. 2 for sale. I didn't know that was a Compass Call. So for those of you who are unfamiliar, what a Compass Call is, and we did this all the time in Afghanistan. I was actually caught in sector one time when we did a Compass Call. So we had to run, not using any roads, back to the cop. So Compass Call. So a Compass Call, what it does, it's an electronic warfare aircraft that flies over top and it completes signals realistically. So this thing flies over top, and if you have garage doors, it opens every fucking garage door. Opens and closes it, like that's what it does. It'll set off traffic lights, like it fucks with everything that has a signal, like radios, everything. And the purpose behind it is, like in Afghanistan and Iraq, is they would fly it over top and try and set off all the remote det IEDs. The ones that weren't like command det, all the ones that they had like garage doors and cell phones and shit, it would just boom, 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 it'd blow them up out there. So when they would do it, they would be like, hey, don't be in sector right now. And we were in sector. I was standing on a road, and like one of the squad leaders got a call and from the radio, and they're like, they're doing a compass call. And I was like, yeah, I want to get off this fucking road now. Also, both me and my engineer father are diagnosed on the spectrum. Makes sense. Make a Growler F-15, EC-130 sound scarier. I have no idea. Who spammed what? We do be building shit. I'm telling you, we're just building things, man. The better question is why not? That's fair. That's a solid assessment. My C-130, I've already done him. A C-130. I did Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, you want to talk about it, Grandpa Buff?
Yeah, it's just, I know you didn't talk shit about our national pastime there, but get the gooses. Without the AC, it's 81 inside right now. Yeah, it's toasty in here. It was like 100 today. So that's what compass call is. Depends on which version of the EC-130. Fuck all electronic devices in the air. Yep, that's pretty much it. Oh, it's called the compass call. See, I didn't know that. We just said it's compass call. Like, we thought a compass call was a verb, not like a noun or a proper noun. I had no idea. Run, Forrest, run. You think I can find an M1 Abrams on Facebook Marketplace? No, but I believe in you. Delta Darts. Oh, shit, I know the Delta Dart. Brain no worky. There are various flavors of EC-130. There's a TV radio station version? Jesus. Like, it's... Uncle Sam just... All right, so here's the deal. We want none of their electronics, their wireless electronics, to work. Okay? And then we're going to send in another plane that makes all of them work at the exact same time. We're going to call every cell phone. We're going to set off every garage door. We're going to do everything. Okay? But in between the two, this is going to be the funniest part. We're going to bomb the shit out of them. So we're going to collapse all these buildings. Everyone's going to be screaming for help. And then as they're already gone, all their cell phones are going to start ringing. Like, what the fuck, Uncle Sam? We be building shit, man. Greetings from Ireland. Hey, what is up, Captain Edward? Are you in Ireland, or are you in United Kingdom, Ireland? Need to know. F-111 Aardvark, when don't get me wrong, I love the Aardvark. Well, I love the idea of the Aardvark. It wasn't great in practice, but for the time, it was a great aircraft. I don't know. Hold on. Oh, somebody said something. I wanted to read it. You always dub airplanes. Maybe it's time to dub Polish Leopard tank. Do I do a Polish Leopard? Do I do a K2 PL? Do I do a K9 PL? Do I do a... there's a lot of Polish shit that they have just built and made and found and bought, and it's insane. There are two EC-130s, H model compass call, and the ECM version. Then the J model is the command solo for information ops, audio, video. So you have a mobile ops air station. What? How did the green face mask going? So I didn't do that. I found another. Well, I didn't find another way. Eli called me. Eli double tap, and it was like, "Hey man, let's fucking figure this out." And he just sat there with me, and I was on the computer sharing my screen with him and everything like that, and we got through it. I right now it's just a matter of finding time to make it. Trust me, I want to make it. China. Sorry, I saw someone wrote. We do be putting things in a C-130. Like I didn't know how many different, like I thought a C-130 was a C-130 was a C-130. There's so many different versions of that damn aircraft, which is probably why it's been in use with the United States for, I don't know. Like I'm thinking back, and like I feel like when it came to cargo aircraft that could like move people, there was no differential. There was just like B-17s, C-130. Like there was no transition period. Like I feel like there's like in my brain, there's nothing that happened in between. It's like, all right, cool. World War II, what we have now. Like it's just, oh my God. Disinformation, 4-bore. Oh, you're trying to get it all. Compass call. We're trying to get all of them in here. So disinformation would be Ryan Macbeth. 4-bore would be, is that Kentucky Ballistics? AK-50 is Brandon. Compass call. Weapons is already in here. Is that how we get weapons? Is the compass call? Republic of Ireland, of course. Okay, all right. Good call. What camera do you use? This is a Sony FX30. I think so. I'm gonna double check. Yeah, Sony FX30. Why did that not focus? Well, you can't see it, but it's a Sony FX30. It is actually the exact same camera that my buddy the Fat Electrician uses. Thomas the Tank Engine. You're just now learning that Air Force had PSYOPs. Everybody has PSYOPs, homie. Everybody has PSYOPs. F-16F would be a good aircraft. Wait, what? What can't you put in a C-130? An Abrams main battle tank. I will tell you that. And and you can't put most Patriot equipment in a C-130. You can put some. Like you can put an empty launcher. Or you can put a HEMTT, I think. I don't know if a HEMTT fits in a C-130. And you can put the BCP. Can't put the radar, too damn heavy. Can't put the EPP, too damn tall. Can you put one of them on a C5 Galaxy? Yes, a C5 Galaxy, you can actually put an ECS, a radar, and a radar HEMTT all on a C5. A C5 is a big girl, man. A C5 is a big goddamn plane. Time for the TBC 130, Taco Bell in a C-130? Say less. We will make it happen. Before the C-130, the United States used World War II era piston engine transports such as the Douglas C-47 Skytrain, the Fairchild C-119 Flying Boxcar, and the Curtiss C-46 Commando. Is it Spaceman or Spacman? I have no idea how to say that. I think I just said it wrong. Anyways, I feel like, I mean, thank you, first of all. Thank you for the donation and the information. But I feel like that was that was like me when someone asks a certain question that I really have the answer to, that I've had some random obscure knowledge for so long that it's like, this is it. This is my moment. Like that. That's what it felt like. But that's great. I love it. Thank you so much. Wisconsin girl. Who's a Wisconsin girl? I'm a Wisconsin girl. I'm sorry. MC-130E Combat Talon. We have plenty of C1. What I have not seen yet is I have not seen, aside from Rapid Dragon, I'm tracking, and the hypersonic revolver, I have not seen an attack version of a C-17 or a C-5. Those I have not seen. HEMTT doesn't fit in a C-130. Now I know. There are 70 variations of the C-130? Jesus. Do you mind if civilians email or message you about things we don't understand? Yeah, I don't mind. I try and answer as much as I possibly can. I really do. I don't know everything, and I can't be everywhere. I can't read every message. I try as much as I can, but honestly, if I was like, I'm going to read every single message, comment, I'm going to respond to everything today, I would never leave my phone or the computer. I would just never be able to do anything else. Oh, the great China. Here's a joke. Ukraine goes to the Olympics. What's the favorite event? Javelin. Well played, Black Dragon. Well played. C5 is the biggest plane I've seen. It's the biggest one I think we have in the military. I really think the C5 is the largest plane that the United States military owns. But from what I've heard, again, I don't know this, and if Weapons is in here, he's going to come uncorked if I get this wrong. From what I know and what I hear, C5 carry more, yes. C17 run better, yes. Like I hear, just from what I hear from maintainers, the C5 breaks down often. The C17 does not. It's a fucking workhorse, which is why, I mean, we have a shit ton of C17s. We have very few C5s. Actually, let me see how many C5s does the US has. We have 131 C5As, 81 C5Bs. Oh no, that's numbers built. So I don't know how many we have. I don't know. Intercept. Someone say intercept, intercept, intercept. Hold on. Intercept, intercept, intercept. What did you want him here? The geese, the geese, the geese. Well, Robin, you're here already. Suggestion, Geneva suggestion. Are we trying to get Canadians in here? Oh, it's SPAC-Man. Okay, my bad. C5s, yeah, they're monstrous aircrafts. And I think I just saw weapons say, yeah, they're really not they're maintained as well as we can, but they break down often. Hope it's not La Crosse, Wisconsin. I want to see what weapons said. Maybe I got something right. C-130s are taking over the Takamo mission? I'm not familiar with the Takamo mission. Whoop. Did I pass a... There we go. Trying to catch up. You were right. Okay, I was right. Yeah! I know, well, the only reason I know anything about C5s is because we ship our equipment almost exclusively on C5. So when you go overseas... with a Patriot unit, the first thing that has to go is what's called a MEP, a minimum engagement package. And the rest of your stuff goes on rail and then on a boat. And it takes a while to get there, but you have to have the ability to minimum engage. So a minimum engagement package usually takes... You can do it in 4 C-17s or you can do it in 2 C-5s. No, 6 C-17s or 3 C-5s. Yeah. If you want a hand with your Scottish accent, I'm happy to help. British Army veteran. British Army fuck, man, I just fucked that all up. I'm so sorry, Pax. My bad, dude. I was like British Army veteran from Scotland. Here's the thing. And this is just what I've never been to Scotland. I would love to someday. Apparently I have Scottish ancestry, but I mean, like, every American says that who's white. They're like, oh, I'm from Scotland. I have no idea. Just what my grandpa said. And from what I understand, Scottish accents vary heavily, depending on where you're at in Scotland. Like, I was watching some videos, I think it was on Instagram. This woman's like, this right here, this is Loch Ness. This body of water contains more water. And like hers was thick. And then I've heard, it's like, watch TV shows and there'll be like some dude from Scotland and he doesn't sound that far off. It's like really, really intense. Oh, it is very different. I mean, it's just similar to American. Like I say American accents. It doesn't sound like an accent to me, but obviously depending on where you're at. Like the American South, whew, that... I would honestly pay money to see somebody from the deep south try and communicate with somebody from Scotland who has like the thickest Scottish accent you could possibly find. You know what I'll tell you is probably the most difficult way I've ever heard anyone try and speak English. I was talking to some Gurkhas one time. I got to meet some Gurkhas, which is super cool. But I got to meet some Gurkhas. And hearing a Nepalese accent mixed with a British accent try and speak to me as an American... They were making noises. I don't know if they were words or not. They were very polite people. I have no idea what the fuck any of them said. That was an interesting experience. Next time Russia tells NATO not to do something, US should have an Ohio surface in Alaska off their waters. Open and close the hatches and then just resubmerge. We've done that before. We did recently. Not Alaska. It was in the Baltic off the coast of Finland. Yeah, Russia was saying some shit and we just surfaced. We do that all the time, which is great. That is our show of force. That is our You want this? You fucking want some? Shut up. And then the submarine just disappears. And I love that. I would love to be on board. I don't like going underwater, but I would love to be on board one of those submarines and just have that experience. It's great. We did it to China in 2017, 2019. I don't remember, but yeah, we surfaced 3 Ohio class submarines off of their coast. They were getting rambunctious, and we were just like bloop, 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 like thought so. And just the subs went away, which is fucking great. I love that so much. Was it America, Canada store, and your protector? That's fair. That's Wolfram. You got to give him that. I feel like a lot more people would fuck with Canada if Uncle Sam wasn't right here. What policy would Buff put in if he was president? So here's the thing, Black Dragon. I try so hard to kind of dance around that because everyone has an opinion on everything. And I know if I'd like draw a hard line with Buff, like I'm going to do that. I'm going to ostracize part of my following. So like, that's why I've kind of danced around it. Like I said, like, leave people alone. And I've been like very inclusive in all the jokes he's made. I've done that very strategically because I don't want to ostracize anybody. The jokes, it's low hanging fruit. Political jokes are so easy to make, but I don't know. Pax, you'll do it. I got to find somebody from the deep South now, homie. I love it when like Brits and Scots come to America, and the big thing that I get from the Brits and the Scots is it's so open. Everything's so big. Like it goes forever. Like I don't think a lot of people in the United Kingdom really understand how large America is. Like, I mean, yeah, we can tell that America is larger on a map than the United Kingdom. But like, I've heard of people, again, secondhand stories, like people showing up in like South Carolina and they're like, oh, I'm going to drive over to California today. And, obviously we're like, wait, what? Yeah, I'm going to drive over to California today. Are you in a plane? Like that's like a, I don't know, 36-hour drive. Oh shit. Yeah. You guys over there, you don't do it in time. We do it in time. That's like a, I don't know, 1,200-mile journey one way. It's fucking bastard massive. I feel like you've been here. I love that response. It's fucking bastard massive. I love it. I love that. My guys, your guys a Gurkha? No shit. We ping the subs all the time. I love it. Okay, boys, time to make some holes pucker. Let's surface the gentleman. The surface. I love that the Navy can do that. 3 day. It's a 3-day drive. Yeah, yeah. Is it closer to 2,000? Hold on. Now I gotta look. I'm over my time. I know I'm supposed to shut it down. Hang on. I said North Carolina, right? Damn, we were all off. 39-hour drive, 2,648 miles. Yeah, we were all off. But yeah, it's fucking huge, man. Oh, you were in 5 airborne, like 5th airborne? I'm not too familiar with like British units. I'm sorry, my dude. 3 days drive? Yeah, 39 hours. It's a long damn time. But I know like the Brits come over here. I guess that's one of the interesting things because the Brits, they're not that different from us. And this will be my closing statements, but like they're not that different than us in the fact that like we all get along pretty well, but like culturally we're so different from a lot of the people who come here to like train and shit like that. Like the perfect story, the Emiratis. Oh, 5th Airborne Brigade. Okay. The Emiratis, United Arab Emirates, they are an Arabic nation. They are a Muslim nation. So they don't partake in alcohol or pork or anything else like that. That's their belief. They will come here. And there was one guy that was here from the United Arab Emirates. And every day for lunch, he had a Baconator. And he knew what was in it. He absolutely, he's like, Baconator is amazing. Like he straight up, we're like, that's that's pork, right? He's like, it's so good. Like he just, all right, man. Like it's just so different than everything they experience, man. It's very. That's one thing I do like about people coming here from different places, and then I of course like traveling other places. So I do want to get over to the United Kingdom. Me and Mrs. Linecrosser. Is Alaska that big? Oh, Alaska's fucking huge. It's the biggest state we have. And you can drive for, I think, probably 11 hours and still be in Texas. So, like, if you start in Texas, you can drive for 11 hours and still be in Texas. So you could probably drive longer than that in Alaska. So, there we go. Got the music going. So as always, thank you guys all for being here. I had so much fun. Like I was kind of dreading tonight because I'm still a little bit sick and I've been so busy and it was hot in here, but I had a great time with you guys tonight. So thank you all so much for being here. As always, do not come into the 22 a day. Every single one of you are amazing. If you'd like to support the channel, please go to habituallinecrosser.com. If you get a chance, check out the new shirt we had, the new Franklin shirt. I worked my tail off on it, and so far everyone loves it, and I'm so thankful for every single one of you guys. So I will see you all next time. Later.